if you earn decent money, but it always feels heavier than it should. The problem isn't the amount, it's how your income behaves. Here's something that sounds unfair until you understand it. Two people earn the same dollar. One feels pressure, the other feels momentum. Not because one is smarter, not because one is luckier, because the dollar behaves differently depending where it's earned. This isn't about getting rich. It's about why the same income feels heavier inside a job and lighter inside a business. Once you see this, you'll stop blaming yourself for struggling with good money. Jobs and businesses don't just pay differently. They treat money differently. Same dollar, different physics, and the difference is why ownership keeps more without working more. Let's start with a sequence. In a job, money flows like this. You earn, you get taxed, spend, and save. That order never changes. In a business, money often flows like this. You earn, you reinvest, you expense, then you tax what's left. That single change in sequence alters everything, not magically, mathematically. In a job, every dollar shows up fully exposed before you decide anything. The system already decided for you. In a business, many costs exist because you're producing. Those costs aren't lifestyle, they're input. And when input reduces income before it's taxed, the effective cost of living drops. Same life, less friction. In 2025, the average household spent tens of thousands annually on housing, transportation, communication, education, tools, and software. Employees pay for these after taxes. Business owners often align these costs with income generation. That doesn't mean free money, it means shared load. When the cost carrying business utility, the income doesn't have to carry them alone. That's why dollars stretch further. Most people think businesses save on taxes. That's not the advantage. The advantage is alignment. When earning and spending serve the same engine, money stops leaking. That reduces stress before it increases wealth. Here's something subtle but critical. In a job, effort equals income. If you stop working, income stops. In ownership, effort builds asset. Asset continues producing. Even at modest level, this creates compounding behavior. Not exponential return, but resilience. This is why business income feels calmer at the same number. People assume a job is safe, business is risky, but that's backwards at scale. High-paying jobs are fragile because they depend on constant availability, health, market fit, continued approval. Business can be risky early on, but they grow optionality over time. Different risk, different trajectory. In my last video, we talked about the glass ceiling. This is what's on the other side of it. Not hustle, not grind. Mechanics that don't compress as effort increases. This is important. Most people who move from job-only income to ownership don't feel rich immediately. They feel relieved because the pressure drops, margin appears, cash flow stabilizes. That emotion difference is a signal something has structurally changed. This isn't an argument against a job. It's an argument against depending on only one structure once income is no longer the problem. Jobs are powerful early. Ownership becomes necessary later. So if businesses keep more of the same dollar, what does this actually buy you? Not yachts, not status. It buys back one thing: time. Most people don't need more income. They need income that behaves differently. Once the dollar changes behavior, everything else follows. It's not how much you earn, it's what your income is allowed to do.